Welcome back. Hey, shout out to Sean Newton. First, let me start off by showing this delicious, large Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Just in case I ruffle some of you guys' feathers and I get this labeling of a decaf or a coon, you know, the shit that you guys like to call another African American when he doesn't agree with you guys' bullshit agenda, because that guy has his own mind of his own and likes his own style of fighters and has integrity as well. But I think where I left off before the video cut off when I was getting gas, I think we were going into the third round of Triple G being exposed by Kell Brook. So in the third round, when it started in, I don't need to be watching the fight right now. I've watched the fight over like 9 times already. You know, and each time I watched the fight, I saw Triple G dominate more and more every time I watched the fight. Watching it live, it was a really good experience. Like I said, it was electric. Hold on. It was electric. And I know for a lot of you guys that make videos, you guys didn't really expect too much out of Kell Brook. You guys actually thought G was just gonna walk through and get him out before the 4th round. So it's very easy for you guys to seem extremely impressed by what Kell Brook was able to do based off the high expectations that you gave Triple G. See, I didn't have that problem, I didn't have that issue, because in my prediction breakdown video, I clearly explained, I even said I would bet my last dollar that Kell Brook was going to do very well in the first 2 rounds, and he did. And I based that off of him fighting at home, being jacked full of adrenaline, and being the quicker and faster fighter. And Triple G is going to process this information, and later on in the fight, he was going to get a technical knockout. It came sooner than expected, but we could call that or blame Kell Brook's corner for that one. So we get to the 3rd round, and I had the 1st round Triple G, 2nd round for Kell Brook. In this 3rd round, you know, it could be a split round, to be honest with you. Both guys did good work. I'm going to give it to Triple G because the work that Triple G did was a little bit more meaningful. And when I say that is, you could see the shots that G was landing on Kell Brook was affecting him. You know, Kell Brook got on his bicycle just a tad bit more in that 3rd round. Triple G got a little bit more violent in that 3rd round. He was a little bit more aggressive. You know, Kell Brook, all credit goes to him. He withstood the pressure. He was throwing back with his counters, you know, check lefts. You know, G was landing that jab all night, and Kell Brook was throwing his jab out every once in a while, but G won the jabbing battle. I mean, can anyone really argue that? Anytime Triple G put that left jab out, that shit was finding a home. You know, Kell Brook started trying to check, hooked it, you know, and he landed a few shots doing it that way. But Triple G was landing to the body. Pretty much Triple G was doing exactly what he wanted to do. Triple G said before the fight that he was going to make this a street fight. I think Triple G did exactly what he wanted to do. He had no worries. After the first round, he felt Kell Brook's punching power, and he decided, I'm about to walk through this guy. I'm about to knock this guy out. So he lost all defensive responsibility, once I said already in another video, and he started throwing the haymakers, trying to take Kell Brook's head off his fucking shoulders. And he was damn close to doing it. But in his third round, I mean, it was a moment where Kell Brook was on the corner. I mean, not on the corner, but on the ropes. And Triple G, I think he threw a left to the body, and then he threw a right cross upstairs, and it landed perfectly on Kell Brook, you know. And I was thinking, well, when I saw that punch, I was thinking, shit, Kell Brook's about to be done. I have to give credit to Kell Brook. He took that shit, you know. He took the shot. He got the fuck up out of there, of course. But he took it, and you know, he didn't go down. And that was a clean shot right there. You know, it was a perfect right hand. This is the third round I'm talking about. Maybe mid-round or third round. So if you guys get a chance to watch the fight again, and you remember this video, look out for that. That was one of the best shots of the fight. It was similar or just as beautiful as the uppercut Kell Brook landed in the first round. Like I said, they both went back and forth in the third round. I feel Triple G was the ring general pretty much the entire fight. He was the aggressor. You know, he landed the clean and more effective shots. Kell Brook definitely landed shots in the third round, but majority of those shots, Triple G was walking through those like they had no effect on him. I mean, he got marked up, but look at his skin complexion. You know, I've seen Triple G marked up before. His cheeks get rosy. He starts to turn into Santa Claus a little bit when he starts getting touched. But that shouldn't suggest he's getting his ass whooped, because a light complected person is marked up. But people neglect to mention the fucking donut around Kell Brook's eye, his right eye. But again, Triple G was being exposed by the quicker, the faster Kell Brook, moving up in weight. The welterweight, the alleged welterweight. Yeah, he's a welterweight champ. The guy had 8 fucking fights at junior middleweight. Had to work his way down to welterweight. People are calling Triple G a weight bully, but the actual weight bully is Kell Brook. You know, he drains himself down to a sickly position to make welterweight, and then he rehydrates back up to middleweight in those fights at welterweight. But Triple G's the weight bully, even though Triple G, majority of his fights, I would say at least 90% of his fights, has been the smaller guy in those fights. This is the first time Triple G really faced a person that is considered to be smaller than him. Even though they're about the same height, there's only an inch in difference in height, an inch in difference in reach. Kell Brook was weighing more throughout the entire process of making the weight of 160, and even at the weigh-in, Kell Brook still weighed a little bit more than Triple G. And since they're fighting for the IBF strap, that next morning, if you know the rules, you can't weigh more than 10 pounds of the weigh-in limit, which was 160. So that means Triple G was around 170 pounds. Insane for Kell Brook. Kell Brook was very muscular, well built, you know. Some might say he has a body of a Greek god. No homo. No homo. But Triple G's his weight bully. Man, I'm just gonna talk some boxing right now, man. We'll get back to the G versus Kell Brook fight. A weight bully. You know, you guys like to say G's a weight bully. So Is Terrence Crawford a weight bully? I mean, he drains himself all the way down to 135, and he fights little bitty Yorkie Gamboa. But the night of the fight, I think Terrence Crawford was 152 pounds that fight on fight night, but he drained himself all the way down to 135. But no one mentions anything about Terrence Crawford weight bullying. That's why I'm not so big on Terrence Crawford, because he is actually a weight bully. He is naturally a welterweight. He's young, so he's able to drain himself and rehydrate back up to a weight of, you know, his natural weight, which is like 152 fucking pounds. But he's fighting against Yorkie Gamboa. He's always been the bigger guy in all his fights, including the fight with Victor Postol. How do you want to judge bigger? I mean, remember one channel you guys respect a lot, Blood Boxing. I think you were talking about like the height and the difference of a person's weight, and the bigger guy is based off the weight and not the height. Well, that's subjective, and I'll let you guys have at it. But if you guys love the ride with what he says, then apply the same logic to Terrence Crawford. He weighed more than Victor Postol, and for some reason he wasn't able to get him out kind of like he did Hank Lundy. He wasn't able to walk through Victor Postol like he did Hank Lundy and Yorkie Gamboa and Derry John. He wasn't able to do that with him. He fought a totally different fight. Could I say Victor Postol exposed Terrence Crawford for being a fraud, for being a weight bully? Because he walked through everybody else, but in this fight against Victor Postol, he did his best impression of Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. But a lot of you guys consider that masterclass boxing and enjoy that style. To each his own. I respect it. You get the W. It is what it is. But weight bullies. Let's see. How about Canelo? That's a prime example of a weight bully. I mean, we got Kell Brook pegged down as a weight bully. We have Terrence Crawford pegged down as a weight bully. What about Canelo? According to my Latino folks, the biggest star in boxing. You know, the face of boxing right now, Canelo. He weighs in at 155 pounds against little bitty Amir Khan. And on the night of the fight, allegedly he rehydrated up to 188 fucking pounds. That's pretty crazy. Oh, Amir Khan was like maybe 165. Canelo was 188. Amir Khan's 165. Canelo was 188. While we have Triple G at 170. And Kell Brook fighting at 170 pounds. But Triple G is the weight bully. Shall I continue? Y'all like to compare Oscar De La Hoya versus Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins, you know, gave in to Oscar De La Hoya demands, and he came all the way down to 157 to fight De La Hoya because he wanted to fight. So Triple G should go all the way down to 155 to face Canelo. Is Bernard Hopkins a weight bully? Because Bernard Hopkins started his career off at light heavyweight. He took some L's and decided, damn, they're too big for me. Let me move my ass down to the lower weight divisions, see if I can make the weight. And he was able to make the fucking weight. Then he would rehydrate to his natural size of a light heavyweight and beat up on these middleweights. A lot of no-name middleweights at that. But Triple G's a weight bully. Triple G started off his amateur career at 140 pounds. Bernard Hopkins loves to mention, I took the challenge. I went up to light heavyweight to face Antonio.